Boy Hydro.
Modified hydro, correct?
All right. We've got a loaded field here, Bobby. I'm telling you what, this could be anybody's race. That boat ride has come to spoil. He's come for the chance to show what they've got, okay? And they've done a good job so far. So let's see. There we go. There's the gun firing off. And the boat's coming out of the pits to our right.
Those guys are nothing but fast, John. They didn't drive all this way just to look at the flowers.
That's a distinctive sound there. That is Mary Knapp out of Evansville, Indiana. You can hear that off in the distance. Going down the back straightaway is Wyman Boatwright. Easy to tell, wood-colored boat, orange helmet, orange suit. Shout out to those folks back home watching in South Carolina. Our family will see you later this season in Tabor City. For the last race of the season, American Powerboat Racing Association. And what do? Well, we have a costume party because that's always around Halloween. Okay.
125 runabouts to the water. 125 runabouts to the water.
Coming across the line, Wyman Boatwright piloting 10Z, driving for Steve Dunn. That's Cody Childress. Cody Childress out of the pits in the Y81, just pulling out. Coming down across the starting line, white boat. All right, there goes Dr. Rick Miller, yellow and purple boat. Bobby Harris. The white boat. Which A-Bear is that? That's an A-Bear.
Senior. Highline Senior.
I thought he withdrew.
A-Bear.
But he came. So he did go. Okay. All right, Bobby, we had to clarify one of the starters that was out there. I had a scratch on A-Bear, Ty Lane, but he is out there, senior. So now they're setting up, getting ready to come around that last buoy. It's on their left. Let's see who can get that starting position. They are early. Should be in there at about 11. Looking good. All right, they're on it. They're squeezing the throttle. Here they come. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're on it. Miller in the middle. Miller absolutely scalded that stop, or that start, right on the money, with A-Bear on his shoulder as they go into turn 1, and out of the turn they come. I can see that orange helmet for that Boatwright boy coming up on A-Bear, trying to take over second position. In the meantime, Miller is in the lead. Call them as they go to the corner, Bobby.
John, they're all dicing and packing in there tight. Your real race is for second and third place. Look who's on the outside. He's going to run a different race course. Miller on the inside, going to run a short course. This race could all come down to the turns. Look at A-Bear. Oh, my, John.
Boy, look at this, Bobby. End of lap number 1. Miller in first. Boatwright takes A-Bear. Boatwright in second. A-Bear in third. Dennis Cruz in fourth. Cody Childress fifth. Bobby Hollywood Harris in sixth. Around the corner they go. Beginning to stretch out the lead a little bit is Miller. Boatwright has taken over second place. A-Bear fading back, 8 boat lengths behind. Miller with approximately 4 boat lengths going into the lower end. Here they come, Bobby.
Miller cannot afford to make one mistake. Boatwright is looking for him to make any mistake. This is not over till the checkered flag goes down by any means. Boatwright is working his way up steadily. Miller has got to run defense.
Here they come down the straightaway. Miller in first, Boatwright in second, Hebert in third. Down they go into the action corner. This is for the money. This is the final lap of heat number 1 in this class. Miller looks over his shoulder, maintaining the lead. Down the back straightaway they go. He's got it pointed straight. Boatwright pushing hard. You can see him moving around in that boat, trying to get the right position, the right balance. Here they come to the lower end. Bobby, let's call it, buddy.
Okay, Miller has done everything right so far. Boatwright, it's showtime. You've got to get on the inside of Miller, and you've got to get there now. Keep charging. He had to go to the outside. Oh, John.
Here they come to the line. It's Miller. It's Miller. It's Miller time with Boatwright in second. Boatwright drove his heart out, did everything that he could. Hebert in third. Dennis Cruz coming around the corner, finishing in fourth. Bobby Hollywood Harris right behind him, about 10 boat lengths coming to the line. Hollywood in fifth. And Cody Childress rounding the field out in sixth.
John, I wanted to point out why the boats were on the water. Hebert. Nobody took the turns tighter than Hebert. I don't know if you were paying attention or not. Miller was taking them tight. Hebert was even tighter off the exit pin. And turn 2, he drew a straight line around that buoy. How he drove a hydroplane like that is beyond me.
All right, here comes our final finisher. Mary Knapp, Evansville, Indiana, rounding the field out.
Well, what a tremendous race there in the B Hydro, and now it's time for the 125 runabout. 30 to the 3 for the 125 runabout. 125 runabout is one of the pro classes that we will see this weekend. Coming from the U.S. title series, we will see Joseph Perez, Ethan Fox, and Melanie Bulow are all eligible to head out onto the water.
Also just mentioned, all NBA drivers go to inspection first through third at the end of the second heat. All NBRA drivers report to inspection first through third, second heat.
Well, there is the green flag, the 3-minute gun. The 125 runabouts are heading out there. The 3 eligible racers: Joseph Perez, number 7. Ethan Fox, number 20, and Melanie Bulow, number 3. E runabouts to the water. E as in Ethan runabouts to the water. The 125 runabout this season for the U.S. title series has really been back and forth. And we've seen Joseph Perez, who is actually celebrating a birthday today. He has taken this class by storm. He did not race 125 runabout up until just a little over a month ago in Constantine, Michigan. He won that race. 400 points on his stat line. And then just a little under a month later, he raced it at Depew, and he was your national champion. Joseph Perez, back-to-back wins. Once again, his first 125 runabout race of the season for the title series was in Constantine, the third race, and already he has claimed a national title, and he has also claimed the high points leader. This young kid celebrating a birthday today, and I'm sure that he would want no other present than getting a win right here, right now. Out there on the water in the white and red boat, that's Melanie Bulow. Bulow is out there in boat number 3, Ethan Fox. He won a class yesterday. He's out there now in the orange and blue boat. Number 20, another young guy who has taken this season and has taken the U.S. title series by storm. A bright future ahead of himself as well. And Joseph Perez, he finished runner-up yesterday in the K-Pro. He's out there in the blue boat with the lightning down the side. He's got the lightning on the boat to show he's lightning quick. And it's going to be an exciting class here within the 125 runabout. Can Ethan Fox try to battle his way back and once again become the high point leader? Or can Joseph Perez continue his dominance in the 125 runabout class, just as he's done over the last couple of races? Well, we have 30 seconds. All the boats will start lining up on the back. Joseph Perez will be the first one to lead them around that turn and into the chute. Ethan Fox lines up second. Melanie Bulow lines up in third. Perez gets there. Will take the outside lane. Fox will take the middle. Bulow will take the inside. Here we go. Racing to the start. Green flag. All boats are legal as there goes Joseph Perez. Perez out in front. Fox sits in second. Joseph Perez had the better start, and that could set him up for success. Perez coming out of turn number 1. It's official. All boats are legal. Joseph Perez down the backstretch trying to fend off Ethan Fox. Fox doesn't sit too far behind him, but he is in reaching distance. As they head into turn number 2, Melanie Bulow has fallen way behind. She's still out on the back stretch. Coming around the turn on the left-hand side, here comes Perez. Throttle down, and there he goes. Lap 1 done for Perez, the birthday boy. Fox sits in second. Heading into turn number 1 on lap number 2, Joseph Perez, the birthday boy, out in front. Ethan Fox sits in second. Bulow is now done with lap 1. She's on lap number 3. Here comes Perez. Perez down the backstretch, increasing his lead over Ethan Fox. Neither one of these racers had a great start. It was just Joseph Perez had the better start. Perez coming out of turn 2 while Fox enters into it. Perez maintaining his lead. And they both have about half a lap lead on Melanie Bulow, who still's on the back stretch. Bulow enters turn 2 as both Fox and Perez enter turn number 1. There goes Joseph Perez down the backstretch. Lap number 3 for Joseph Perez. Half a track lead on Melanie Bulow. And about a quarter straightaway lead on Ethan Fox. Here they come out of the turn. Perez on to his final lap. Ethan Fox follows him. Into turn number 1. Bulow still working on lap number 3 down that backstretch. As here comes Joseph Perez. Joseph Perez, he had the better start, the birthday boy, continuing to dominate the 125 runabout. He's dominated ever since he's entered the class back in Constantine, Michigan. And he sets himself up for success. Coming off a national championship at Depew 2 weeks ago, Joseph Perez takes heat number 1. Happy birthday, Joseph Perez. He'll take heat number 1. Ethan Fox comes in second. Now once Melanie Bulow, who's working on that back stretch, once she comes across, she will claim 3rd place. Joseph Perez, I'll tell you, this young kid, here's a guy that has just absolutely taken this class by storm. This is a kid that, again, raced his first 125 runabout race in Constantine, Michigan. Won Constantine. Followed it up with a national championship at Depew. And he takes heat number 1 here in Centralia. He has already jumped to the high points leader. A national championship as well for Joseph Perez. And he takes heat number 1 at Centralia. What a racer, what a guy, what a kid. Ethan Fox comes in 2nd. Melanie Bulow will come in 3rd. With that being said, E as in Ethan runabout should be in the water. They'll be heading out onto the water in just a few moments. But first, let's shoot the call back to Bobby and John. The John and Bob Show.
There you go, the Bob and John and Bob Show. We've schemed on that, to be totally serious, Bobby and I. Boat Racer Outlaws. We've got a little concept Bobby does there. So who knows, maybe in the future we may come see you.
One thing for sure, E-Mod runabouts are a spectacular sight to see. That was my class I was fortunate enough to win here in 2000.
Folks, I have just been told to make a quick announcement to remind all the drivers in the pits, do not come off the water until the red flag is shown. All drivers on the water do not come off the water and into the pits until the red flag is shown.
Oh, again, so this 32 to 3.
30 to 3.
32 to 3. Actually, Jackson, it'd probably be about 27 at this point.
Echo runabout, piloting the V25 for himself, Alan Owen, Hoffman, Illinois, Centralia, Illinois. Here's one of them Southern boys again, at L71, Jason Sumrall. Oh, here's a boat, this blue one. Watch it, that 1E. That's a Jerry David's boat. T.J. Snyder driving for Hustler Racing out of Lebanon, Missouri. Oh, here's a fun one, 2L, Ralph Cook, Utica, Mississippi. I don't need to say anything else. Everybody here that follows boat racing knows he's going to bring some smoke. 4T, hey, Team Texas, here we go. We've got Dwayne Larimore in that boat. This is going to be fun. And the X, Cole Childress, the daddy to Cody and Andrea.
John, the excitement just keeps building and building today. With some of the faster classes that we've been running today, this is in one of them as well. This will be a spectacular race, I promise. These motors, they used to be called the dock bangers. This was on your grandfather's fishing boat years ago. They called it a dock banger because it didn't have a reverse. He'd pull in and crash into the dock and just shut the motor off.
500 runabouts to the water. 500 runabouts to the water.
So this motor here was taken and revved up, souped up, and brought to the racing world many years ago, and has been a dominant fast class.
All right, coming past the drivers or the judges stand, TJ Snyder, Hustler Racing, piloting the 1E. 1E, TJ Snyder. Next across the line, there he is, Team Texas. Team Texas, all you folks, T's for Texas. Back in the great state of Texas, Dwayne Larimore. V25, Alan Owen. L71, Jason Sumrall.
John, these motors are 44 cubic inches, 750 cc.
Here we come. We're coming up on 1 minute. There'll be a white flag displayed. Here we are, 1 minute. The drivers now know less than 1 minute until the official start of the race where the clock is 0. Are they going to be pushing the clock? Are they going to lay back? What's going to happen? We'll see. We're 40 seconds away.
I got a feeling they're going to get real tight, John, real quick. They're going to come up to this start all together, probably be able to put them in the back of a pickup truck.
All right. We're at 20 seconds. They should be in there about 9 seconds. I don't think I'd push it any sooner than that with them wide open. They're off out there in the North 40. They're tough to see. This is going to be a flying start. Look at this. They're bringing it hot. They're squeezing. They're on it. Whoa, this is going to be too close. This is close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go!
I don't know.
We've got Summerall in the middle, or on the inside. Summerall took that inside position. Look at that boat on the outside, that Jerry Davis boat. TJ Snyder, Hustler Racing out of Lebanon, Missouri. Goes in first, comes out first out of that turn. Back in that second position, Alan Owen with Summerall. Jason Summerall on his shoulder. Oh, no. 1E, one gun jumper. Oh, the boat out in first. He pushed the clock. He pushed the clock. In other words, he was there too early. He's running for fun.
John, we've got quite a race for first and second place.
Summerall has taken second place, but actually first. He doesn't know it. Owen in second with Larimore in third. The boat out in the lead is on a Saturday afternoon joyride. Unfortunately, he started too soon. They replayed the video. He was over the line. Look at this. We got a change coming back in second and third. Owen kind of settled down. The boat hiccuped. Larimore picked him off. Into the lower end they go. Summerall looks over his shoulder. Larimore has taken the position. Call him, Bobby.
Oh, John, they're going to go in this turn hard. Summerall in second place. This could all change right here in this turn. Owen holding the buoy tight.
Owen dipped underneath, trying to cut the short way around. Larimore on the outside. Whoa, look at that boat bounce.
Oh, boy, he was
Whoa.
getting there.
He had some air underneath it. Allen staying down tight to the buoy. Larimore found that he can run that outer line, maintain the RPMs. That boat is hopping around. Let's see if he can push it down that back straightaway. He's going hot. We got about an 8. Oh, the boat hiccup. No, but he's got it back. 8 boat lengths for Summerall going into the lower end. Here they come.
Oh, but they're getting rough and bouncy water. 1E Hustler disqualified.
Larimore dipped underneath. He's going to drag race him to the start-finish line. Summerall, Larimore, Summerall, Larimore. Larimore takes him at the line. Oh, my gosh.
John.
Holy buckets. I got to
Another
say it.
photo finish.
Larimore worked him down that back straightaway. Took him on the inside. Oh, my. Good. Yeah. Wow. Team Texas back there in Texas, you witnessed it. You saw it on television. Those of you here on the banks, Larimore put on a driving school. He worked his rear off going down that back straightaway the last lap. You could see he was pushing it hard going into that corner. He held it tight coming in around that corner. To the straightaway they came. It was a drag race, and he picked Larimore or Summerall off at the line. This is going to set up for an exciting second heat, Bobby.
Oh, tough break for the Hustler Racing team, John. They were so close on the clock, he probably thought he had a perfect start. We did as well, but the camera tells a different story. So tough break for the Hustler Racing team. Get back out there, boys. You got what it takes, and we'll see what the second heat looks like. Can't wait to see it. We're going to tow one boat in here real quick. Then the title series will come back out.
All right, guys, here to call a special 30 to the 3. Once again, Blair Bosnick. And there it is, 30 to the 3, called like a pro. And coming out onto the water, here come the 500 runabouts. B Hydros. B as in boy, Hydro should be in the water. B Hydro should be heading to the water. The 500 runabouts should be heading out there here any minute. They are about to be on the clock. We see Jersey Holman from Clio, Michigan out there. Number R22. He'll be in the purple boat, and he is something special for the U.S. title series, especially in the 500 runabout. The only question that Jersey Holman has had issues with this season has been jumping the gun. It seems like he's done it at least once at every single race this season. He raced really well at Pleasant Prairie. He ended up winning some heats in Pleasant Prairie. So if he can, there's no doubt about that, he is one of the faster boats out there on the water. And as long as he stays away from jumping the gun, he could be a favorite. Andy Kurtz will be out there in the brown boat, M8. We saw him take third overall on the 1100 Hydro earlier today. Marshall Walk from Spring Valley, Illinois. Brady Brinkman in M47. That's a green boat. Jason Saylor, he was your national champion back-to-back years from Hamilton, Wisconsin. He'll be there in M16. And we'll also see Jackson Hall enter onto the water. Jackson Hall suffered a pretty bad crash in Constantine, Michigan, completely destroyed his boat. He was racing a new boat at Depew for the Nationals. And he'll be out there in R77, which I do believe is that orange and green boat. Out on the back straightaway. I'll tell you what, this is going to be such a tremendous race between Jason Saylor, who is an M16, the brown and black boat, and Jersey Holman. Jason Saylor had some issues earlier on in the season. He was not racing to the caliber that he was used to, but he certainly turned it around at Lake Depew. And when it comes to Jason Saylor, at Lake Depew, back-to-back national championships. And not only that, he went 3 for 3. He won all 3 runabout classes he raced in, 500, 700, and the 1100 as well. Currently, he sits second in the overall point totals behind Andrew Thurlby, and Thurlby is not racing here in Centralia. So that is a story to keep an eye on. Jason Saylor has a golden opportunity to pass Andrew Thurlby. Brady Brinkman also sitting there at the top as well. It'll be a fun race. It'll be a good time. As we're inside 20 seconds, they line up, and here they go into the left-hand side of the course. Jason Saylor leading the charge. They all line up. And here they come. They're chugging for the start. 2, 1. Jason Saylor. What a start. Jason Saylor way out in front. He timed it up perfectly as he has the outside lane heading in to the first turn. Andy Kurtz is having some issues in that first turn. He stalls out. He won't be able to complete. Blue and yellow flag is displayed. Jason Saylor increasing his lead. Battle between second and third between Brady Brinkman and Jersey Holman. Jersey Holman starts to pull away from Brady Brinkman. Holman sits in second. Saylor sits in first. Lap 1 comes to a close. Jason Saylor leading the way. Holman in second. Brinkman in third. Marshall Walk sits in fourth. Jason Saylor finding sixth gear. Look at the speed down the backstretch. He is absolutely flying out on the course. Rooster tails in the air, and he has a half straightaway lead on Jersey Holman. The real battles for second place between Brady Brinkman and Jersey Holman. Holman sits in second. Brinkman sits in third. Marshall Walk sits in the shadows, lurking. He sits in fourth. Jason Saylor looking over that left shoulder, realizing he's got a big lead. And he can't take it easy as here comes Brinkman and Saylor. We're on lap number 3. Jason Saylor down the backstretch. Looks like Jersey Holman's gaining some ground. Saylor realizes this, starts to pull away. Holman in second. He's battling it out with Brady Brinkman. Marshall Walk has faded out of the picture just a tad. Andy Kurtz gave out in that first turn. Saylor rounding it, looks for the white flag, he's got it. There goes Jason Saylor. Holman in second. Brinkman in third. Walk in fourth. Jason Saylor realizing he's got a big lead. He won the national championship at Depew in the 500, 700, and 1100 runabouts. He's looking to continue that success. Front end of the boat, out of the water and up in the air. He'll buckle it down. Here he comes, rounding third, heading for home, swings out way wide. Jersey Holman trying to get one more chance. There goes Saylor. Saylor, your victor. Holman in second. Brinkman in third. Walk in fourth. I'll tell you what, Jason Saylor nailed the start, and he had a big lead, but you can't help but wonder if there was 1 or 2 more laps remaining in that race. Jersey Holman was gaining ground. He might have gotten him eventually, but not in enough time. Jason Saylor takes heat 1. Holman finishes second, Brinkman third, Walk in fourth, and Andy Kurtz will not finish. That'll do it for the first heat of flight number 2, and the first heat for the 500 runabout. Back to B Hydro. B as in boy Hydro. Get ready, you guys are heading back out. Back to John and Bob.
Thank you, Action Jackson. That was a fun race. We saw how important that start was. Put on a school. You nail the start, you're going to be hard to track down. That was exciting. Wow. All right, B-Boy Hydro, piloting T62, Dennis Cruz. Saved by Grace Racing. The 15L, Tylane Abear Sr. The 59H of Mary Knapp. The L11, Bobby Hollywood Harris. 30V, Ashton Caffarelli. 35O, Dr. Rick Miller. Y81, Cody Childress. And rounding out the field, 10Z Wyman Boatwright. Now in the first heat, we saw Dr. Miller, Rick Miller, take that start and parlayed that into a win, with Boatwright pushing hard at the end, coming up through the field. Another lap, who knows, might have been another story. But this is going to be an exciting one, the second and determining heat for the overall B as in Boy Hydro National Champion on beautiful Raccoon Lake, Centralia, Illinois, brought to you by the Castle Ridge Development. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor, get out there and come visit this site. What a great facility, an event center, wedding venue, top-notch restaurants. Oh my gosh, what else? And a great entertainment, not only while we're here racing with them, but every weekend they've got something exciting and fun. In fact, I'm looking at a little flyer here that shows that on Saturday, August the 19th, Murphy 500 will be performing from 7:30 to 10:30. Also says Sunday, August the 20th, brunch buffet at Castle Ridge, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Visit castleridgeevents.com for tickets. To the 3. That's what we wanted to hear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, looking like possibly 8. B as in Boy Hydro. B-Boy Hydro. Green flag, there we go. Okay, going down the back straightaway, entering the lower end. That is the Boatwright boat, Steve Dunn boat with Wyman Boatwright Jr. piloting that boat, coming all the way from Ainer, South Carolina. Hey to the gang back there. Looking forward to seeing you in Tabor City. We're going to have some fun. All right, here he comes across the line. That is the 10Z, Steve Dunn Special, Wyman Boatwright Jr. We're at a minute 30. What happens at 1 minute? Well, there's a gun that is fired and also a white flag that goes up.
125 runabouts to the water. 125 runabouts to the water.
Bobby Hollywood Harris, L11. T62, Dennis Cruz, saved by Grace Racing just by. Abear in the white boat. Cody Childress, Hustler Racing in the middle. Mary Knapp on the inside, blue boat, green helmet, Evansville, Indiana. The 30V, piloted by Ashton Caffarelli. I told you earlier, Caffarelli was in a golf tournament yesterday. High school tournament, 60 competitors. He came in third, and he told me, he said, I pushed hard the last 3 holes and bogeyed, or I could have been closer. So it's fun to watch him. As they stack up in the lower end, we're sitting at 30 seconds, each trying to grab a position that they want to start from. Should be in the chute, that last buoy, at about the 11-second, 12-second range. A little bit early. We're at 17. Here they come. They start to enter. All right, they can start squeezing it right now. Here we come. Down the line they come. To the line they come. We've got some flyers. Miller looks like he's on it. 2, 1. We got a good start. Boatwright, Miller on his shoulder. Hebert on the outside. Into the corner they go. Look at this. Boatwright nailed that start. But Miller is on his shoulder. You can't see him, but he's in the spray. Here comes Miller up by his side. Boatwright's got some top end. They probably switch props. Call them as they go. All boats legal.
Boatwright wasn't messing around. He hit that start. He hit it all on the money. All the drivers were bunched up together.
Whoa, Boatwright got loose in the corner there, Bobby. He just about tossed it. He held on to it. Down to the line they come. Boatwright in first. About a 6-boat length over Miller. Miller 6 boats over Hebert. Hebert with a 12-boat length over Saved by Grace. Cody Childress with Hollywood.
Whoa, we got one went in circles down here, spun out, I think, John. Would that be Mary Knapp?
That's the Knapp boat. Here we come down the back straightaway. Look at this. Boatwright, he's saying, if I can take a first and a second, I possibly could win on time. Miller's going to have to jam that boat up in there tighter. Boatwright's in control right now. Through the corner they go. Down the straightaway. Here they come, Bobby.
Boatwright is doing everything he needs to do. Boatwright is out front and gone. Miller is trying to track him down. Don't forget Hebert in third place.
Boatwright pushes Miller out wide. For Miller to hit that good water, he had to go way wide. Now he's diving inside. Here they come down the back straightaway. This is the money lap. He's got to jam it up in there as tight as he can. This is going to be close. If this comes down to time, all the scorers are getting ready. The clock is ticking. Into the lower end they go. Setting up for the corner. Boatwright looks over his shoulder. Miller pushes it hard. Coming hot. Around the corner they come. Here they come to the line. Let's see how close they can get it right here. Miller trying to get as close as he can. Boatwright going to finish in first. Miller in second. This one will be determined on time. Wow. Hebert rounding out third.
Miller charged that thing hard in the turn, John. He went in there. He never cracked the throttle. Miller made up ground in that turn because of his aggressive driving.
Here we come to the oh, look at these boats. Cody Childress riding it. He rode it up in the air, held on to it at the line. Childress nipping Harris. Oh, my. You got to keep watching every position. They are laying it on the line.
John, we've seen some close racing all day long. Some of these classes we've had deck-to-deck finishes, half-boat finishes even. So it's just been spectacular racing all day long. I think next to Jackson, we're going to be turning it over to Jackson to bring us the title series.
Coming into that final lap with Boatwright in the lead. Miller pushed it hard, awfully hard, trying to close that ground, knowing that if it stayed the way it was, it was going to be determined on time. They're adding up right now. We're anxiously awaiting the results of that heat. That was a good one. That was fun. I'm calling it just a matter of seconds, one way or the other. We will find out.
Tough luck in the Mary Knapp team, John. She was doing just fine out there. I don't know. Did you see it? Did something go wrong with the boat? Did it get caught in a wave? What did you see, John?
Bobby, I think from what I could see, it was like an overcorrection that maybe caused a slight step out, possibly a spin out. I was focused on the front boats, but I did catch that in the corner of my eye. She was able to stay clear, drift into the middle of the course, which was great.
Well, it just goes to show you just a little touch of the steering wheel and everything changes out here in this race boat world. Jackson, do you have something coming up for us next in the title division? Batteries.
Check. There we go. Got it. The signal's a little wonky over here. Bob, coming out onto the water for the Pro Division, the U.S. Title Series will be the second and final heat for the 125 runabout. I beg your pardon. 125 runabout will be heading out onto the water. We see Joseph Perez, who won the first heat. He'll be going up against Ethan Fox and Melanie Bulow. Bulow was in second, Fox was in second, and Bulow was in third. And 30 to the 3 for the 125 runabout. Once again, Joseph Perez will be coming out in the blue boat with the lightning down the side. He's lightning quick. He's a birthday boy as well. He'll be in boat number 7. E runabouts to the water. E as in Ethan, runabouts to the water. Ethan Fox will be out there in the blue and orange boat, number 20. After finishing runner-up in the first heat, he'll have to win this second heat if he wants a chance at winning the 125 runabouts here in Centralia. Melanie Bulow finished in third the last time out there. Took her a while to finish. She's going to have to win, and she'll need some help as well if she wants to win it overall. The 125 runabouts are on the clock. Once again, they are on the clock, so here come those 3 very talented and prestigious racers back out onto the course. The first one out there is number 3 from Clio, Michigan. That's Melanie Bulow. She's the first one to make it out there looking for a first-place finish here in heat number 2. Our next racer coming out onto the water goes Joe Perez, and Ethan Fox is right there with them as well. We've talked about the young kid, Joseph Perez, and how he has just absolutely taken this class by storm and by surprise. He added to his resume winning the first heat. He'll be going up against, it should be a great battle between him and Ethan Fox. Perez had the better start than Ethan Fox the last time out there, and that ultimately led to Joseph Perez's win. It's all going to come down to the start. All 3 racers are out on the water. We have 15 seconds until the 1-minute gun will go off. Here we go. There's the 1-minute gun. White flag is out on the water. Joseph Perez, Ethan Fox, Melanie Bulow set to do battle. Here on this warm August evening, the second and final heat for the 125 runabout. If Perez will win, If he can pull it out, he will be deemed the national champion. Or just the champion. I beg your pardon. He won the national championship in Depew. Here comes Ethan Fox and Joseph Perez. Bulow has the inside. Down to 4 seconds. Here they come to the start line. Ethan Fox, he'll have the better start. He's on the outside. Joseph Perez on the inside. We're underway. Into turn number 1. Fox has the outside. Perez a little wobbly on the first turn. He's got the inside. Down the backstretch. Fox had the better jump. Perez trying to come back. Look at Joseph Perez. The speed by Joseph Perez. Clawing back. Only about a boat length separating both of them. Perez has the speed and the inside advantage. Bulow trails behind in third. Into turn number 2. Here comes Fox. Here comes Perez. Joseph Perez finding 6th gear. There he goes into lap number 2 with the lead. Joseph Perez into lap number 2 with the lead. Ethan Fox, even after his great start, sits in 2nd. Bulow sits in 3rd. Down the backstretch they go. Perez, oh, he's having some issues out there. And that changes everything. Joseph Perez went down on the backstretch. He was your leader. And now since he went down on the backstretch, that opens up the door for Ethan Fox. Ethan Fox now has a chance to win Centralia. All Ethan Fox has to do is finish the race. As long as he can finish the race, he will win Centralia. Joseph Perez goes down on the backstretch. He can't finish. He was your leader. He was going to win Centralia. But now it looks like he'll qualify for 0 points. And the door is open for Ethan Fox. Fox down the backstretch. Bulow sits in 2nd. Ethan Fox, no doubt about it. "500 runabouts, work your way to the water. 500 runabouts, work your way to the water." Final lap for Ethan Fox. Unfortunate series of events for the birthday boy, Joseph Perez. He gives out on the backstretch and will not be able to finish. And that will squander a Centralia victory for Joseph Perez. As there goes Ethan Fox down the back straightaway. Ethan Fox after a 2nd place finish. And now a 1st place finish. 700 points for Ethan Fox, who'll win it. Ethan Fox, rounding 3rd, heading for home, wins it. Ethan Fox takes Centralia. 700 total points for Fox. He'll take Centralia. And once Melanie Bulow comes across the finish line, she will have added 525 points on her line after finishing 3rd and then 2nd. As Bulow will take 2nd. here in Centralia with 525 and an unfortunate series of events. But the reign of Joseph Perez will end after coming into the 125 runabout class. He has taken the class by storm, winning every single class and every race since he has entered the 125 runabout. Well, that comes to a close today where he'll have to settle for third, and what's a shame is that Joseph Perez, well, he would have won it if he did not give out on that back stretch. Perez, he'll drop from first place and a first place finish all the way down to third, and Ethan Fox will take Centralia. Bulow will come in second, and Perez will come in third. Once again, those are all unofficial standings. We're waiting for the judges' stand to confirm them, but unless anything crazy happens, well, that's what the standings will be. John and Bob, back to you. You guys have the E runabouts coming up next.
Okay, we got the final results from the B modified hydroplane. First place, Rick Miller. Second place, Wyman Boatwright. Third place, Tylane Hebert. Fourth place, Dennis Cruz. Fifth place, Cody Childers. Sixth place, Bobby Hollywood Harris. Seventh place, Ashton Caffarelli.
Bobby, I want to look here at the time. Okay. We had a 237, a 475. Miller wins it by 1 second. All right, that's 3 laps, basically 3 miles, and they ran that twice, so 6 miles, 1 second separated first and second on total time. I knew it was close. Miller made a move there at the end.
John, if you think about it, if we use our strategy and our mathematical skills to the best of our disabilities, not abilities, our disabilities, would that be less than 25 feet distance?
Well, you said before at 60 miles per hour, that's 66 feet. All right, here we go. Let's shoot it back over to our Jackson. Here we go. Thank you.
Well, we're going to do 30 to the 3 for the E runabout. 30 to the 3 for the E runabout. John and Bob, I'll shoot it back to you, but I do have a quick announcement to make. Ethan Fox in that final heat was disqualified for coming into the pits before the red flag was displayed. He would have taken first place, but Ethan Fox is DQ'd for coming into the pits before the red flag was displayed. That means your standings for the 125 runabout: first place, Melanie Bulow; second place, Joe Perez; and third place, Ethan Fox.
Only at the Nationals. Well, NBRA Nationals. It's still exciting.
It's okay, Bob. I made that mistake before the race. It's been a long day here.
And it's going to be longer. We're trying to find out if the ambulance can stay or not. If they can, we may race longer. Mr. Referee, have you heard a final determination?
30 to the 3. That's what we've heard. 30 to the 3 for Echo Runabout. V25, Alan Owen, a local, also the coordinator for this race, and the president of the National Boat Racing Association. L71, Jason Summerall. 1E, TJ Snyder. 2L, Ralph Cook. 4T, Dwayne Larimore. And the X Factor, Cole Childress.
If you remember the first heat, Schneider with Hustler Racing Team, a tough break they had. They jumped the gun. They were the fastest on the water. They drove hard, clean, and fast. Unfortunately, they jumped the gun by just a fraction of first heat.
500 runabouts to the water. 500 runabouts to the water.
Now, if my memory serves me right, I think Larimore stepped up there in that first heat. One E, Hustler Racing, TJ Snyder across the line. Next across the line, Alan Owen, Pilot V25. Ralph Cook, 2L, 4T, Larimore, and the L71 out of Louisiana, Jason Summerall. So we've got Missouri, Illinois, Texas, and two Mississippi boys. Let's see if these Southern boys can come and get these other guys. What do you say?
Well, the white flag is out. This strategy are all coming into play. Right now, there's probably approximately 30 seconds left on the gun.
All right, Bobby. They're setting up, going off out there in the North 40. I know Alan Owen has a start that he likes. We call it going to the North 40. He goes way out there, and he comes into that chute on an absolute flyer. He's on it right now. I can hear his motor. They're at 10 seconds right here. This is going to be a close start. Here they come to the line. Who's going to nail the start? 3, 2, 1, start. Looky there. That's that. Those two Southern boys. That's both those Mississippi boys nail that start. Cook on the inside, Summerall on the outside. But look at that black boat coming up through the spray. Oh, my gosh, does he have smoke? He's wanting to get up there and mix it up with them. Larimore, Team Texas, all boats are good. This is going to be a good one. They're setting up in the corner. Cook coming up on the shoulder of Summerall. Larimore lurking right behind them, waiting for a hiccup. Through the corner they come. Cook tight to the buoy. Summerall on his shoulder. Larimore swings white. It's a drag race. Cook, Summerall, Larimore.
They're going in the first turn. It's still side-by-side action. It could be determined right here coming in and out of the first turn, John.
There we go. Look at Larimore going the long way around. He picks them off. He's taking the lead. He's brought smoke. Team Texas, Larimore into second. Cook, Mississippi boy. Summerall, oh no, Cook sets up, pulls to the infield. Now it's between Larimore and Summerall with Alan Owen back in third. That motor with TJ sounding kind of sick, but he's wanting to stay out there for the points.
Somebody's got speed, John.
Larimore in first. Summerall second. Alan Owen in third. This is the money lap, the last lap.
Make no mistake about it, we've had a crazy change of events in this class as well, John. Just when you thought the fastest boat was the winner, the fastest boat jumped the gun the first heat. Now the fastest boat in the first heat is having troubles even to make it around the race course. We had an incredible battle for first and second and third. Then our second place boat conks out there.
All right, here we go.
Now
Around the corner they come. Larimore. Larimore swings real wide, bringing it to the line. He's styling Team Texas. Larimore for the win. Summerall in second. Owen in third. Now then, they must stay out. We just heard that a little bit ago, that hurt a driver. That last boat coming down that back straightaway, they've got to wait until that boat finishes. He's running for fourth place points. They count up through the year. He may not win something today, but this could mean the difference at the end of the season in first and second. Sadly, we see Cook down in the middle. He brought it. He was running hard with Summerall out there, with Larimore starting to pick him off. All right, here comes Snyder to the line. Once he crosses, there will be a red flag displayed. Okay. Our scorers are tabulating the points. We saw on that last heat that we ran in the National Boat Racing Association, the NBRA, over 6 miles, it was determined. That was 2 3-mile laps or races. The overall was determined by 1 second. 1 second. Wow.
That's boat racing, John. One more reminder, we know you've heard it from us before. Please do not come into the pits until the last boat has crossed the line. We had an unfortunate situation that cost someone a national championship a few moments ago. We're brokenhearted about it. Unfortunately, we got to remember the rules. I had a hard time doing that when I was racing myself.
Okay, our scores are tabulating. As quickly as they get the results, it'll be passed to us. The Bob and John Show. We're getting ready to roll into a United States Title Series class. First is Dwayne Larimore in the last. Yep. Jason Summerall was in second. Third was Alan Owen. So first, second, third, those are the ones that will need to report into inspection. But now let's look here and see. Look at this. Coming back to race with us. He left the Highland Games behind. He wasn't with us during that time. But 4T of Team Texas, Dwayne Larimore, number 1. Here's one of those Southern boys. I told you they were going to bring it. He jumped up there. That's Summerall for an overall second place. Congratulations, Jason Summerall, Summerall Racing. Third place, Alan Owen Racing. And the fourth place, Hustler Racing, TJ Snyder. Congratulations, gentlemen, on a great race. We've just been informed that we have the water and the ambulance until they took it away from me. Where'd it go? We've got the water until 6:30. So thank you, our safety people, our ambulance people. They run on a schedule, and they have pushed their schedule to help us. 30-3. There we go, Jackson.
30-3 for the 500 runabout. The 500 runabouts heading out on the water for their final heat. And this will also close out flight number 2. John, you just mentioned the water is open till 6:30, so we're going to try to get as much racing in as we can between now and 6:30. 500 runabouts heading out on the water. We saw Jason Saylor with a first-place finish the last time out there. And Jersey Holman coming in second. Mod 25 Hydros to the water. Mod 25 Hydros to the water. Once again, with some Mod 25 Hydro to the water. There's the 3-minute gun. Jason Saylor looking to win once again. With a win, he can clinch Centralia. We saw Jason Saylor finish in first the last time out there. Holman got second. for 300 points. Not too far behind him was Brady Brinkman in third for 225. And Marshall Walk coming in fourth for 169. In fact, that is Marshall Walk's first ever time driving and racing out on the water. So fourth place finish, his first time racing out there. Not too bad. I know that he's looking for some improvement here in the 500 runabout. Andy Kurtz, remember, he went down in that first turn and was not able to finish a race. We're waiting to see if he can get back out there onto the water, and it looks like he's trying. He made it out there, out on the first turn. Now the question is, can he stay out there for the entire length of the race? Once again, the biggest battle to watch out for has got to be between Jason Saylor and Jersey Holman. Jason Saylor absolutely nailed the start last time they were out there. And because Jason Saylor was able to nail the start, it really set him up. But Jersey Holman, he gained some ground, especially in those final couple of laps. And if there were a few more laps of racing, I would have said that Jersey Holman would have caught up to Jason Saylor eventually. He just did not have enough of the course remaining. Jersey Holman, if he could get a better start, it could be a fun one. Green flag is waved, or white flag is waved. Inside a minute. All the boats lining up on the backstretch. Jason Saylor leading the way. Holman sits in second. We're going to see Marshall Walk in third. Brinkman lines up in fifth. Kurtz will be the last one to get there. Coming out of turn number 2. Lining up in the chute. 12 seconds and counting. Here we go. Full head of steam. They're racing to the start. The race before the race. There they go. And out in front, there goes Brady Brinkman. Brady Brinkman's out in front. Jersey Holman gave out in the chute. Jersey Holman gave out in the chute. He will not be able to finish. Unfortunately, he will not be able to even start the race. Down the backstretch, there goes Marshall Walk. Marshall Walk, first time ever racing. Driving, that is. He's been a deck rider for many, many years. But what something special if Marshall Walk could pull away with the heat. Jason Saylor passes him on the inside. There goes Saylor. Front straightaway, lap 1 comes to a close. Walk in second. Brinkman in third. Kurtz sits in fourth. Jersey Holman again was not able to start the race. He gave out in that front straightaway. There goes Jason Saylor increasing his lead. Marshall Walk and Brady Brinkman trying to play catch up. But Jason Saylor, he's out in front. Coming out of turn number 2 on lap number 2. Throttles it down. There he goes. Jason Saylor. The speed, the quickness for M16. Brady Brinkman sits in second. Marshall Walk sits in third. Lap number 3. The speed from M16. The brown and black boat, Jason Saylor, continuing his dominance. Brinkman has given some chase. Marshall Walk has faded behind. Almost slipped up down on that backstretch. I believe that's Andy Kurtz who's down on the backstretch as well. White flag for Saylor. Saylor leads it. Brinkman sits in second. Marshall Walk sits in third. Holman and Kurtz are the two boats down on the water. There goes Sailor. About a quarter straightaway lead on Brady Brinkman. Jason Sailor, one more turn to go. Rounding third, he's heading for home. Jason Sailor throttling it down, continuing his dominance. He waved goodbye to his competition. Red flag is waved. Jason Sailor back-to-back heats won, and Jason Sailor once again will take first place for the 500 runabout. Jason Sailor continuing his dominance out there on the water, and he showed it once again here in Centralia, Illinois. Well, folks, the 500 runabout standings and the 125 runabout standings will continue to be calculated. We'll have those updates in just a few moments during the break between Flight 2 and Flight 3. John and Bob, back to you.
Thank you, Jackson. My gosh. Woo, doggies. I'm telling you, we're having some exciting racing out here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Bobby, what do you think?
John, I'm happier than pigs in the back 40 right now.
Bobby, I can always count on you with coming up some kind of witty statement. I love having you sitting here with me.
I think it came from brain damage from lifting Eric Vanover's hydroplane years ago.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, we have the fashion wave up here.
Here we go. Jersey Holman, the racing team, Nasty Habits. He's got some good-looking shirts. Check them out. It just so happens I happen to have one on.
I think he learned that Courtney Sanders. That fashion wave.
Yeah, the toe of shame. We don't like coming in that way. I guarantee you that's killing him. He's put that boat out in first many times this year. At the last race.
Will both Jackson and Doug Hall please report to your turn judge duty for Flight 3? Will Doug and Jackson Hall please report to your turn judge duty for the third flight? Thank you.
All right. We've got Mod 25. We've got Super E Hydro and a runabout. We'll see each of those classes 2 times.
We are also in need of a driver for the ODA boat. Once again, we need a driver for the ODA boat. As soon as we have our turn judges and a driver for the ODA boat, we'll roll on to Flight 3.
I'll make it easy.
John, we've had a great weekend so far, and it is far from over, that's for sure. We're barely a little over halfway. We've got a big day of racing going on tomorrow, but we still have some hot dogs coming out on the water here momentarily. If we could get our patrol boat drivers back on the water as quickly as possible. We have 6 heats of racing and 30 minutes to do it in. Yes, this will be a new world record. Jeff already said we're going to set the new tone.
Well, folks, real quick, while we have some quiet time, I will announce the final results for the 125 runabout. Third place for the 125 runabout, Ethan Fox. Second place for the 125 runabout, Joseph Perez. And your winner for 125, Melanie Bulow. For the 500 runabout, third place, Marshall Walk. Second place, Brady Brinkman. And your winner for the 500 runabout, Jason Saylor. And guys, as we move on to flight number 3, this is all NBRA classes. So, John and Bob, take it for the rest of the day.
Thank you, Jackson. You can give that voice a rest. You can chime in, though. Be my guest. We're going to open up with Mod 25 Hydro. We've got the X Factor, X5, Thomas Schultz. Talked about that name earlier, a tradition-rich racing family. Also the Esposito family, 27B, Jason Esposito. V25, here she is, Bailey Matthews. Great to have her back in the boat. She's the mother of Sailor. Sailor has been out here. What a cutie she is. Bailey is married to John Matthews. Those of you all that have a phone handy, type in on the Facebook page, Hot Pits. You're going to get some great information in regards to boat racing in the United States and all throughout the world. John heads that page up. Oh, here's one that we've heard before. 10Z, Wyman Boatwright, driving